Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2025. My name is Grace, also known as Princess Shortcake on the internet, and I'll be your host for the next block of runs. If you're just joining us, you are watching the Lady Arcader's Super Showcase, an all-women and femme charity talent event running from August 21st until August 24th, benefiting CARE. The Super Showcase features a bunch of talented women sharing games they love and other gaming-adjacent showcases. And speaking of CARE, I'd like to tell you all a little bit more about the incredible work that they do. CARE works around the globe to save lives and defeat poverty. CARE puts women and girls in the center of their work because they know that we cannot overcome poverty until all people have equal rights and opportunities. CARE has 80 years of expertise in building community trust and developing solutions people need. Because of the size of CARE's network, they can scale those solutions around the world. Your gift not only helps today, you create real change that lasts. If you'd like to donate, you can type !donate in the chat to get those donations in, and be sure to put them towards both the poll and the target incentives by clicking them on the left side of your screen on the donation page. I know that we all want to see the dog saved in Resident Evil 4, which is our current target incentive, so be sure to select that incentive when donating. We also currently have a poll open that is to choose Leon's outfit for that Resident Evil 4 run, and I'm seeing right now that Pinstripes is currently in the lead at $25, but another one of those choices is romantic, as well as hero, villain, and casual. But my personal choice is romantic because I've received images, and romantic looks a lot like Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, who's my personal favorite character in that video game. So just saying, if you want to see Leon looking like Astarion, get those donations in, !donate in the chat. I'd also like to shout out a donation that helped us get towards those incentives. We have $25 from Corey, who says, donating money to try to reborn this realm we live in, to lift us heavensward, and to try and thwart any and all storms of blood or bringers of shadows. Thank you so much for that donation. And we are finishing getting set up for our next run here of Mindwave. I'll leave you with the music, and we will be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2025. We are ready for something really unique. We've got anneurismz with the demo of Mindwave, which is a rapid-fire grunge WarioWare-like game with visual novel vibes. Anneurismz is going to take us through 175 games in this super quick showcase. So let's jump right in.
Hi, I'm anneurismz. Today I'm going to do a showcase of a few different categories for Mindwave. Mindwave is a WarioWare-like, it's kind of Frenchy, dystopian, and cyberpunk. There's my face. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to go through a few different categories.
And you just muted yourself to Discord. We can't hear you.
I am so sorry. I'm going to go through different categories in this. So because the categories themselves are pretty short. But yeah, so we're going to start with Any Game, New Game Plus, which is the story minus tutorial, and then we're going to go into Mind Select, which is where the endless mode lives, and then we're going to do Shuffle 50 standard first, which means there's going to be these pop-ups that are like ads, the screen will flip upside down towards the end of it. Once we get to around game 70, this thing called Combo Time happens, where you play like 3 games really fast.
Thank you, everyone, so much for bearing with us while we sort out those tech ghosts. We've got all things sorted now, and we're ready to jump right back in.
Hi. Sorry about that. So today I'm speedrunning Mindwave. It's only the demo for it. The game doesn't come out for a few years. It's a WarioWare-like. It's kind of grungy and dystopian and cyberpunk. Basically, it's a game where you take a jack into your neck, and then another person takes a jack into their neck, and you play your memories against each other as micro games. If my lovely commentators would love to introduce themselves, I would love that.
Hi, I am Lucifer9783. I greatly enjoy playing this demo, but I cannot say that I've put in quite as many hours as anneurismz has.
And hello, I'm Star Anise. I found out that Anne had signed me up to commentate this run when the schedule came out. I've played this game for exactly 21 minutes, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a few different categories in the showcase because the categories by themselves are very short. We're going to start with any percent new game plus, which is the story minus the tutorial. And then we're going to mind select, which is where the endless mode lives. We're going to start with shuffle with this toggle off down here, meaning it's standard. So we're going to have like ads pop up on the screen. The screen's going to flip upside down. And then like around 70, we get this thing called combo time where it goes really fast. There's also some more distractions later into the game, and I think more will be added in the full game. But then we go up here to Starlight, we toggle this on, which turns off the distractions, but makes the game scale faster. So it's just as hard, and we get to see some like faster games towards the end of that, because I do 100 of those. But yeah, time starts when I press new game here, and I will be ready in 3, 2, 1, go. So here I wait like 3.5-ish seconds for this cutscene to proc, and then I press buttons really fast. That's the tutorial. I hope you learned so much, because that's all you're seeing of it. And we're going to go through here. That's our best friend Smalls. We're so happy he's here. We didn't know he was going to be here. We give him a fist bump. He's going to explain to us how the visual and mechanics work. We're going to say no thank you. We're done here, and skip through that. I hope you are paying attention. There will be a test afterwards on the story of the game. So yeah. So we get into this elevator. This is where we play Mindwave. It's in a big tower where we meet our first opponent, Abby, who we will see in just a few seconds right there. She is the aforementioned Starlight. But yeah, so as I was saying earlier, it's a game where you take like a jack into your neck, and you basically play other people's memories. So yeah. So you play micro games based on other people's memories, feelings, emotions, stuff like that. This is a really unlucky early game. Yeah, that's almost 7 less text.
Yeah.
There is a lot of RNG in this run. We will talk about that more later. You will see I'll take some intentional losses throughout this first section and the second section. Mainly because certain games are faster to just lose to. Certain games it doesn't work for, though. It'll trigger like an image or a cutscene like this one specifically. You can't just fail it. You have to do the rhythm game. Or like there's going to be a game where we're having to catch candy. But yeah, we're seeing a lot about Abby in these games. So we're going to see a lot of video games. It's insinuated that she liked video games a lot when she was younger. We know from the story that she moved from her original town. So we see a few games of her moving. We see her fixing that plushie, and we see another game later with a crane where you can get a few different plushies from it. And the bear in that game has gotten from it. And then her friend Jenny, who is on the right, who we see a lot. She thinks about Jenny a lot. The game just says they're friends, but I think they might be a little more than friends. I can't say anything to that effect though. But she's in a lot of the game. She's like constantly throughout these games. Yeah, so if you haven't seen WarioWare, things speed up and they level up. So the games are going to be a little bit harder and a little bit faster. I'm going to take that intentional loss. That is the last one I can take. So I'm going to focus up just a little bit more.
Fantastic pop-ups there, just starting to get in the way.
Yeah, that is one of the disruptions that we are going to see throughout the later half of this and Classic Shuffle. This is also another one of the slow games.
We would usually skip that, but we can't.
Yeah,
Yep.
Can't skip it. But all right, we are actually coming up pretty close to the boss game at the end here. Just need to feed some chow. Spin the ice cream.
I also don't know what that memory is. There's that one, and then there's the one where it's like the bear jumping through the skyscraper. I can just assume they're both video games, but I think the last one's supposed to be Jenny, so I'm not quite sure. We see Jenny here again. This Puyo Puyo game is weird, and we'll talk about that more later for sure. And yeah, so we're gonna get to our boss game right here. If you've been in the Dave & Buster's in like the last decade, or remember the iPod Touch, you'll recognize this immediately. It's just doodle jump, except you have to press the space bar to jump. So I just spam my spacebar for this first jump, and then you'll see like a white flash as you touch the ground. That was actually added in a patch to fix a few things in the demo to make things a little more clear when you should supposed to jump. I don't pay attention to that because I learned this game before that patch. When that tail like touches the ground, that is the first frame you can do it. So like as soon as I see that tail like starting to come down to the ground, I hit that jump.
And we are out.
Yes, that is
time for
new game
category.
That is time for 80%, but we've still got 2 more showcases.
You gotta wait for that. That is technically time, but yes. Then we go in the mind selects, and we're gonna go down here. For some reason, it saves where you are in that menu, even if you boot into story. But yeah, here, me and my lovely friends are gonna talk more about the tech behind these games. So specifically, we had a hairbrush game. The consistent tech is to circle around the earring, but the fast way is to shake your mouse at like a really specific angle. I believe, Lucifer, you know the clock for that.
Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock, just swinging between those 2 different clock headings, and you should be all right.
Yeah, it's just like
a little bit weird.
It's a little weird. It's just muscle memory for me at this point, but yeah. The Puyo Puyo game is really weird. The logic isn't where it wants you to put it. It's just wherever the puzzle will solve. And sometimes the logic is just really weird on it. That can be a little tricky. I'm going to close my eyes for a second. So it's faster to react to audio than visual stimulus, and that game goes brr really loud. So when you hear that brr, press the spacebar. That Chow game, everything on the left is going to always be in the same place, so I just kind of look at what the Chows want, and I just give them what they want. Yep. That's just an auto-scroller.
Be careful not to bump your head there when doing that specific layout for the platforming with the bear. I have lost multiple lives to bumping my head and falling to my death.
I have also done that. It is very easy to do that, especially at higher speeds.
You'll notice that
it gets easier just to do that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just thinking, you'll notice that making a circle there doesn't actually require you to make a circle.
That game is really broken. I will say it's less broken than it used to be. It used to be
you could just version.
Yeah, so you could just make like any shape vaguely on the screen and it would work. And at a certain speed, it would just stop registering shapes at all. Give me 1 second. I have a slight bit of dyslexia, so this game is a little bit hard for me.
Gotta log in.
In Anne's opinion, the literal hardest game in the entire video game.
So here I'm gonna take 2 lives to sacrifice. And then beyond that, I'm gonna save an extra one just in case that upside down game is a little tricky because it swaps around your mouse inputs.
But so far, we're actually getting pretty okay luck with the games.
Yes.
Yeah,
which we love to see.
Ooh, there we go.
Dialing the phone number here, there are 3 different numbers that can come up. One of them is quite rare, however, so it's a bit of a... It throws you a little bit when you see it.
Yeah, I have played this game for... Sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say that MASH game is weird in that it actually gets easier as the level goes up because you're mashing more buttons, so you can just do it faster.
Yeah, so that's something that you'll notice in a few games. I'm going to see if I can't play this one. There's a trick to make this one faster. This game is still pretty fast when you get past like 20, so I'm still going to take it. I'm not going to play through this one, though. This is the slowest game.
Yeah,
I know I can't sacrifice lives. Another really sloppy circle. Another note on the phone game is that that really rare phone number, I have like 56 hours in this game, or at least this demo, which is a lot for a demo. And I've seen it maybe less than 20 times. It is incredibly rare. And also, if you're wondering, it calls the cat. All of the phone numbers call different people, so the one that starts with 2 is Abby. I think the one that starts with 5 is Jenny, and then the really rare one calls the cat. The cat goes to meow, meow, meow with you.
Just like in real life.
Just like the game with the cat in it, too.
True.
I think it's also insinuated it's Jenny's cat. Also, in that game I just played, you don't have to... Oh, hold on. There we go. My bad. So with that game... in that game, you don't have to move left or right at all at any speed, actually. You would think you might have to, but because it's an option, no, you don't. You just press the space bar. We're gonna go here. So this one requires you to put a break in the middle of it. Just input back at all. Especially at higher speeds, because your momentum will get faster.
With this,
and you can slide off of it.
With the crane game, micro game, you'll typically, at higher speeds, want to wait for the crane to bounce off the wall before you go for grabbing the plush toy. The timing is very tight to do it at the earliest opportunity. So
that was scary. Okay.
A little bit.
To be a little bit safer. And
I'm always a little scared of that.
Now you're going to see me actually play this game. I think it's the first time to see me play this. I just want to like wiggle in the corner.
You'll notice that the hearts don't actually have hitboxes, it's just the spikes that hurt you.
Yeah, that's another thing that was changed in the patch, is the hearts used to be the same color as the spikes, which they changed at the patch because it was confusing people, because they were like, why aren't the hearts hitting me? Nice. Again, close my eyes on that one. Ooh.
Oh no.
Here we go. We're good.
We're
that ball is really hard to aim.
Breakout. What a very
what a classic game.
game.
We have one game left. Easy.
Nice.
And that is shuffle 50.
That is 50. It turned upside down right as we saw 50. That's really sad. Unfortunately, we didn't see it at all, but
now
it can happen anywhere from 46 and above. Sorry,
Starlight Simple. No more distractions, so we won't be seeing screens flipping, we won't be seeing any pop-ups. But in recompense, the games will scale faster.
Yes.
But apart from that, Grace, if you have any messages for us, now would be a lovely time for you to share.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just want to let everyone know, for those of you just tuning in, you are watching the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase, which is an all-women and femme charity talent event running from August 21st until August 24th, benefiting CARE. The Super Showcase features a bunch of talented women sharing games they love and other gaming-adjacent showcases. Make sure to tune in throughout the weekend and tell all of your friends about it. And also, our social media team is keeping everyone informed about the showcases happening during the event, so feel free to share and repost our account at ladyarcaders.com to spread the word. We appreciate any and all support that you can give.
If you have any more, for the next like 30, 40 games, it's going to be pretty slow.
Perfect. I would love to tell everyone a little bit more about CARE. CARE was founded in 1945 with the creation of the CARE Package. CARE is a leading humanitarian organization fighting global poverty. CARE places special focus on working alongside women and girls. Equipped with the proper resources, women and girls have the power to lift whole families and entire communities out of poverty. In 2024, CARE worked in 121 countries, reaching 53 million people through 1,450 projects. To learn more, visit www.care.org. And to get your donations in, all benefiting CARE, you can type !donate in the chat. And also, while you're doing that, make sure to put your donations towards one of our open incentives or both of the open incentives. We currently have 2 incentives open. We have a milestone target bid war to save the dog during the Resident Evil 4 run. And I know that we all want to save the dog. Okay, so make sure to get that met. And also, if you want to choose the costume that Leon will wear during that run, you can choose between pinstripes, hero, villain, casual, or romantic. And I did mention already, the romantic is my favorite because it looks just like Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3. So that's my personal choice. But if you have something else that you'd like him to wear, the pinstripes is currently in the lead. Make sure you get those donations in, select the incentive. I believe in you, chat. Get those votes in.
A little bit too quick on the number pad there for the phone.
I almost got it again. While Grace was talking, I got the 2-in-1. Ooh, and it was the really hard 2-in-1 too. It was the one where you like hit the corner of the both of those and they go through. Oh, my finger slipped.
Oh no. Yeah, that's our first life lost on this Starlight 100. We're not taking any intentional losses here, so every life lost on this game is Anne has made a mistake.
Yes.
It is technically
we're not gonna bully them about it, but
no. They're doing great.
Yeah, absolutely killing it with these micro games so far.
If you haven't played WarioWare before, something you'll notice is there's variations of the minigames. So like certain games will have like more objectives, or they'll be faster, or you have to press extra buttons. So not all of them follow this rule. It's not the same as WarioWare where every game has that. Some just have different variations of what you're supposed to do. This one is just pure RNG. I think it's the most RNG game in the game. But yeah, so we'll see with like the one where you're supposed to mash the spacebar. Sometimes you have to mash 2 keys. Sometimes you have to mash 3 keys. And then Anise was saying earlier, the games will kind of scale with the speed. So specifically that game will require less inputs, and also the very good indicator of that. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
that is the rare phone number. We can see
yeah,
cat.
Yum, 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 yum,
Yeah. But yeah. Hold on. I completely lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
about game scaling with speed.
Yes, it is getting quite fast. So you'll notice that we're already a little faster than we were at the end of the last thing.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if that was the second hit.
Yeah, that would have been nice. It would have been very nice to also see like -5 left. But
yeah, that could happen.
Very, very funny occurrence when it first happened to me. I was like, wait, what? It doesn't just stop at it? No. It keeps going
the
down.
game just keeps playing. This is what I was talking about, the scaling games. This one I have 2. Oh, sorry, what I was saying earlier. Completely regained my train of thought. So a good indicator of seeing that is the game where you have to mash on the keyboard. This one, spam. So you'll see it requires less text for below 4 lines, and if it pops up again later, we will be seeing a lot less. So around the 60-ish, 70-ish mark, it'll scale down to 3-ish lines, and then it kind of stops after a certain point to keep the game from, not being one input.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that was quick.
No bounce grab on that one.
Thank you.
They're kind of cracked.
This is also the easiest part. I think that game is the easiest. You just walk off the path. Also, this is really good when you can just switch out. So the hitboxes and the bunnies are a little weird. If they overlap with each other, it'll just like kind of pick one to grab. It's kind of like a melee priority. It's really weird. I don't understand. But yeah, it'll just choose one at random to grab from the bottom or the top. So you have to like look at him for a second and like process what you're doing.
All right, things are starting to get really fast. We've got the Stitch game. That one's a little challenging because your mouse doesn't necessarily precisely line up with where you're sending that thread. And if you get it out of order, you just lose.
And the one to catch the cat there is also very very chaotic at times. If you click the and don't grab the cat can zip off to a different spot on the screen, and you have to catch up with it.
Oh, yeah, it's complete RNG.
The
cat will just teleport anywhere it wants.
Gremlin creature.
This is what I was talking about. There's a little less text now.
We're now at 76 micro games completed.
stratospheric speeds. Yeah. We're going to start having to take the bounce there. That is a ridiculous reaction check otherwise.
Ooh, good catch on the cat. 20 to go. We are very, very close to nearing the end. Once
You'll notice
that number 100, well, it'll actually just be 00. Once 00 appears between these microgames, that will be time for this entire showcase.
Yeah.
We will have completed 100 microgames on Starlight Simple.
Good stuff. You'll notice that, like, these mini games, similar to other microgames, do have text prompts immediately before the game starts that you can use to get a hint of what you're doing, but some of them are shared between games. We saw 3 catch mini games in a row back there, and they were all different.
Yeah, the little guide to your control as well is also a hint. I don't think there are any catch minigames that have the same set of controls in Starlight. Ready on time?
Awesome.
You ready?
Awesome.
Yo, let's go.
That is time.
Time. I'm so good.
Well done.
Yay.
Anneurismz.
Let's go, Anneurismz.
Thank you so much, Anneurismz. Where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/anneurismz. I'm also on Blue Sky. Those are really the 2 main places I post speedrunning stuff. If you want to find me through other socials, find me there first.
Before I do my own shoutouts, I just want to say 19 minutes 16 on the showcase.
Oh, that's a PB.
Congratulations.
Nice.
PB Hive.
Thank you.
I'm Lucifer9783. I stream on Twitch at Lucifer9783. I might give Mindwave another go sometime very soon. I'm not sure. It's a very fun demo, and I've had a blast playing it.
You should. With everything we've said here, everyone else at home could do it. This game is free. Download it and try it yourself today.
You can play it right now.
Exactly.
From your computer. Yeah, I am Star Anise. Star Anise III, or Roman numeral 3 on Twitch. I don't stream, but you can still follow me anyway. I'm sort of seeing how many followers I can get to without ever actually streaming for fun. So yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone, we will be back in just a little bit with more Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2025. See you soon.